East Bay.
Hello, Lou.
Yes.
This is AJ from MFG.com. How are you today?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Doing really good. Hey, thanks for taking the time to speak with us today. I was wanting to know if you could describe your company, what it does.
Yes. We've been in business for the last 30 years, and we were basically a job shop for the defense industry. That's how we started off. But since then, the economy's changed quite a bit, so we are a distribution for one-touch fittings, and we do a lot of the manifolds for the one-touch fittings. Plus, we still do a lot of work for the government and a lot of specialty plastics and stuff like that. So that's our niche.
I see. What part of the country? I assume you're in the U.S.
Yes, we are.
What part of the U.S. are you in?
We're in Rhode Island, Bristol, Rhode Island, which is a beautiful little town in Bristol.
I've been there, I know. A little cold, though, right now, I assume. How long have you been using MFG.com?
We've been using it now for approximately 6 months, I think. I don't know the date off the top of my mind. And, we've been using it for about 6 months.
I see. Can you describe what you like about MFG.com?
One of the problems we had over the years was that, growing, the company's growing, and we just can't find the people to do the type of work that we do, and people are not trained to do that type of work. So it's to our advantage to use MFG to talk to people that have that knowledge and use them to make these particular parts for us. That needs that requirement, that needs that type of expertise to make those parts. So we use that for that. That's something that we can't have everything on a shop. So we have to use those people with that expertise to fulfill those orders to our customers.
I see. Can you describe briefly what type of processes, machining processes, manufacturing processes are deployed to make the products you need?
Yeah, no, we strictly a job shop, meaning we do anywhere from one piece to thousands of pieces. But we also service our customer from A to Z, and what that means is the customer might require a mold done or a tooling done or a special requirement that we can't make in our shop, or the overflow of our shop also, that we find vendors that can do better than we can, and we use them to do those products. So it could be one piece, could be a tooling product, or could be a long-running job that we have that we do on a regular basis. And if there's a customer out there that can do it easier and faster and have the machinery to do it, we use them. Using MFG to find those people has been very helpful.
I see. And could you describe what qualities or what you look for that will attract you to a supplier that might be an acceptable candidate for you to source work to?
Yeah, we usually look at the reviews. If it's the first time using that vendor, we'll look at the reviews at MFG. And look at them and read them and take that into consideration when we awarding the job. And sometimes we follow up with a call to that person or email through MFG to let them know what are we looking for on that particular part, such as appearance, dimension-wise, tooling to check certain dimensions. And we make it very clear to them that has to pass our inspection quality. So, if we let them know ahead of time all these criteria that we're looking for, then usually there's no problem with the quality. I think you have to let them know what are you looking for. And usually the vendors on MFG, they respond to your request.
I see. When you have you maintained relationships with suppliers that you've met on MFG.com beyond the contact you made through our site?
I usually do. Sometimes they they call me up, and I try to stay within MFG because I need, to be honest with you, I need that little protection because you're in business, you're bombarded with all kinds of emails, calls, and that keeps that certain type of work in a certain type of area that I can get to when I have the time. And so I like to deal with them through MFG.
I see. Lou, could you describe briefly if there are any sort of qualities or things that you would notice about a supplier that would cause you to overlook them or ignore them or not choose them or not contact them?
Yes, there's when I look at the reviews, if there's a quality problem on the reviews, sometimes you oversee the job being late a little bit or stuff like that, but the quality is an issue. So when I look at the reviews, if there's a quality problem and if there is, if it's not just once, there's more than once, then I overlook that vendor and move to the next one.
Do you ever, can you describe what role an MFG.com profile for a supplier plays as you investigate suppliers?
It's very important that an MFG gives me that information because that's very important to me because the chances are that I will never meet those vendors. And so that information to me is very important to me to help me make that decision. And so by reading those reviews and the profiling of the vendor, that assures me, it paints a picture of that particular vendor and makes me realize that maybe this is a good fit or not to that particular project that we're working on.
Very cool. Any final thoughts on your experiences with MFG.com?
Yes, I would think this is, you've got to use technology to your advantage today. I think MFG is definitely a good tool to have for somebody like me that, is this business, manufacturing business, nobody has to tell you what it's all about. It's very, you have to be very disciplined. So the MFG helps you get the jobs done with very little labor. You don't have to go out and buy capital. You can use other avenues through MFG to achieve the goal of making those jobs.
Lou, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you for calling.
Stay warm.
Okay, thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.